It's the first test match in Visakhapatnam. And how wonderful that two contemporary greats are going to land up in that lovely coastal city in Andhra Pradesh playing their 50th test match. Now, we're blessed to see some wonderful batsmen around world cricket here today. Warner and Smith in Australia, Root and Cook in England, Amla and de Villiers in South Africa, and of course Kohli and Rahane here in India. But Kohli versus Root, it's because these are two young people who increasingly represent their countries and what their country stands for. And so everybody's saying, is it Kohli, is it Root? Much like they were asking, is it Kohli, is it AB de Villiers? And so the numbers, let's take a look at what they're saying. And the numbers, if you go by the primary consideration, which is the batting average, shows Root significantly ahead, 53 to 46. Root's played 90 innings to Kohli's 84. If you use centuries as a benchmark, and I'm not a great fan of centuries as the predominant benchmark to evaluate players, I think match-winning innings should be, then you find Kohli's got 13 to Root's 11, which means he's scoring a century every sort of 6.5 innings, and that sits very well with some great players around the world. Why then is Root with 11 hundreds in a larger number of innings, he's scoring about 1 in 8, still averaging more? You find out when you look at what the average size of the 100 is. When Root makes 100, he makes it big. Now, only 5 of Kohli's 1300s have been in excess of 120. Root makes bigger hundreds, and that's why the average century that Virat Kohli scores, and that's come in spite of those 2 big double hundreds he's made recently, is only about 135, 136 in that region, whereas Root is up to 157. So what Kohli will have to do as he goes along is to do what Graham Gooch does, asks his batsmen to do, get the big daddy hundreds, and I think he's on that path. So if you make 100, make it a big double, and I have no doubt in my mind at all that Kohli is going to head there. So, Kohli versus Root, I mean, you can mind the numbers all you want, can't you? Kohli against pace versus Root against spin, and those numbers are telling a story. Kohli home and away, Root home and away. That's an interesting number though, because Kohli's played 34 versus 50 at home, versus Root has played 50 versus 40. So he's played a lot more matches at home. And I've no doubt at all that as Kohli plays more and more at home, his overall average will start to go up. I'd express a desire that that average goes up to 50 by the end of this cricket season. And he'll have to make some strong moves to try and do that. But Kohli averaging 45 is just not on. But overall, Kohli versus Root, I think there's a reason we think Kohli falls short. And that is we are comparing Kohli against the incandescent one-day player, the best one-day player in the world by a margin at the moment. And so whatever Kohli does in test match cricket, he'll always be compared to Kohli in one-day cricket. I think Kohli in 45, with an average of 45, is work in progress going into his 50th test match. I think Root is a little more arrived and settled, but I hope this build-up continues because I think Kohli will enjoy this comparison and he's got this great desire to show he's better. At the moment, Root overall as a test match batsman marginally ahead, but I'm backing Kohli to eventually go past him.